hello, welcome to the CBC podcast. For this week, we are gonna have like a lot of talk of Infinity War because something just dropped. Of course, I'm your host Joe. We got with me Tristan.
Hey guys,
And
you can catch me at Control Breakers.
we also got Mitch.
What's up? You can catch me at Mitch692.
He's still on Vero. He hasn't quit.
I am still here.
I feel
No.
like that is the running joke.
I mean, it's free, and no one's gonna get off it. It's free.
I mean,
Exactly.
people got off it. People just have an account. There's a difference.
Yeah.
People got off it. People just have an account. It's like, yeah.
Most
so-
of my feed on Vero are just Vero.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, you can find me on Twitter at Halftime Joe, and of course, if you want to find us anywhere online, just Google us. Is what I like to say because you find all the links on there: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that. So like Patreon. So those of you listening, yes, you are most likely getting two casts today, just because we couldn't get the gaming on yesterday, so Wednesday. So Thursday there was two. We said it on our Twitter, which there's a lot more updates. We are saying on that more than usual because we did mention it on Tuesday that we wanted to be more transparent with everybody. Ain't that right, Mitch? Like that's
More
the main thing. That
More
too.
proactive with the people.
Transparency, being proactive. That's like kind of a new thing. And then Patreon, of course, still going. Their stuff is gonna start this Saturday. So if you want to see what some of the new stuff is, definitely go on to patreon.com/comicbookcast, and it's gonna start this Saturday because it's every Saturday of the month. So with that, I feel like I shouldn't take up too much time because we definitely have a lot to talk about towards the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're just going to get straight into it with the first piece of news, which is going to be talking about Captain Marvel. The movie is more of an action comedy than anything else. I don't know how y'all feel about this.
Well, they didn't say it's a straight action comedy. It's not like
yeah.
ha smack smack. It's
Okay.
probably more in line with what Marvel usually does.
Yes. It says right here, they said that Captain Marvel has a very funny voice. Not literally a funny voice. Like, Brie Larson's like talking some weird voice. I think they mean the movie.
It's basically they're saying that she's Carol Danvers is gonna be sassy, aka a smart ass throughout the movie.
Essentially, they're saying
Yeah.
Carol Danvers is going to be Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
She's going to be that mix of Stark and Rogers, which she always has been, which fine.
Cool. I'm excited to see how Brie Larson takes that on. And this movie comes out
I think
March
she can
8th?
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
March 8th.
I think she can do it.
2019.
Especially
Yeah.
if you look at like Scott Pilgrim, she has at least the sass down.
Look, man, she won an Oscar. I think she could probably do a lot of different
I mean,
things.
Just because you got an Oscar doesn't mean you're funny. But
I think if you have an Oscar, you have range, and you can. I think you're pretty, good at your job.
I
if you have
mean,
an Oscar.
Jared Leto's got an Oscar. and
I
look
think
at
he's really good at his job.
Yeah, but look at Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I think he had a good portrayal. It's not my fault, or it's not his fault that the movie had 5 minutes of him. Yeah, so
Hunka is not Oscar worthy.
who?
It's what he says in Suicide Squad. He goes Hunka.
I don't even remember the movie. That's why I said like 5 minutes. That's all I remember of the movie. I don't remember the whole movie. Yeah. So Captain Marvel is just that's really what we've heard more of, and there's still stuff that people or rumors that she might still be in Infinity War somewhere, maybe at the very end. Who knows? Of course, the movie comes out in what 2 months technically, or no?
April 27th for America.
1,
It
2,
comes
3.
out. It actually comes out in the UK on the 25th or 26th.
Well, I mean, it comes out here on the 26th as well. To be technically,
No. Oh, all right. If you want to get technically, it comes out on the 25th in the UK.
Yeah.
We still get it the day before.
Well, yeah. So it comes out everywhere the 27th, but there's still the midnight showings.
It comes out in the UK on the 26th. It came out that day. It
Yeah,
comes
because
out
it's
on
in the UK it's
No,
6 hours
no,
ahead.
the general release date for the UK is
Wait,
the 26th.
I'm just no jokes. Don't most theaters now do 7 p.m. now instead of midnight releases? Most
Yeah,
of the
that's what I
time?
meant. The quote unquote
Yeah.
midnight showings. Nobody does. That's what I say it like that because that's what I mean. But it's like the evening before, and even then, that Tuesday, there's usually advanced screenings in every city that people could just show up to. So It's like
Doesn't matter. We still get to that before you.
I might actually see it before you, to be honest.
I mean, I'm probably going on the 25th.
If the track record keeps going, I'm probably gonna see it on the 23rd or the 24th, just because that's like usually they have advanced screenings here that people could just show up, and since we get the little press passes thingies that I could go to sometimes, because it is like a big movie that I feel like they're just gonna want to put it out there as much as they can. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's why they moved it back.
I feel like we should be talking more about Captain Marvel than we are.
There's not much to really say. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be action. There's a Marvel movie.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like Infinity War has just like it's leaking into every piece of the news because like so much just came out. So yeah, that's kind of it really for the Captain Marvel story of just they saying, hey, it's gonna be pretty much what you might expect if you know the character, and if you don't, this might be a surprise to you. And
I am surprised though. Actually, they haven't released a full suit today, being International Women's Day.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, I wonder if they're gonna take like some cues from that new Origin. Was it a one shot that they're making?
That's gonna be so good. I think that's gonna be so good.
There's confusing things with that because some people are saying it's a mini series, some people are saying it's actually an ongoing. But Stoll, whoever writes it, has said that she has taken cues from the script. So it's going to be in line with the movie, but it's not going to be a direct, one-for-one with the movie. It's going to be different.
I'm excited for that book, though. Definitely. But you mentioned it, make a good point. It is International Women's Day. That would have been cool to see a suit. Like, that would have been, like, a big thing. I know this whole Avengers Infinity War thing, like, all these pictures came out, but imagine seeing this, like, a legit first-look photo.
Well, if you look at all the Twitter accounts, each movie's Twitter account is highlighting the female characters.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, technically, this comes out a year from now because it's March 8th, 2019. It comes out, and it's March 8th today. So it's that would have been cool if this would have came out, but I guess not. I'm looking forward. Of course, I think we are all looking forward to the movies. I can't wait to read that whatever it is ongoing or thing because I'm curious as to see like what small pieces that might be in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
same.
Yeah. All right. Going on. Our next piece of news is going to be talking about how The Flash finally has its directors, and it will be the directors of Game Night, which is a hilarious movie. I think everybody should see it.
Right, so it's time to start the betting pool.
Yeah, how long are they gonna last?
So sad that we have to talk about it like that because like they just have mishandled it. It's so sad, man. Because I really would have loved Rick Fuyama, like the previous director, but it is what it is.
I give him 6 weeks.
You think so? I think these are the final. I don't know. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll give him 6 weeks.
Let me see. So there's an exclusive by Collider who spoke to them, and they said that just the fact that the character is unique from other superheroes, blah 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 blah. Hey, we're directing this movie, so we gotta hype it up. It's more of so he says it's more of a ground level superhero movie. I don't know about that. I mean, you could make it that, but the Flash.
But does that mean it's not Flashpoint anymore?
I guess so, because how can that be a ground level?
Because Flashpoint's not ground level. No way.
So,
I haven't seen Game Night, so I can't really say.
I think that's hilarious.
I mean, they did say that they made it unclear whether they're working with an existing script or if they're working with the new one. So
I'd imagine
he says right here. So he talks about the character and why they chose Flash, like because he's completely different. He's unique. He doesn't have his stuff together like Superman does. It's more of a ground level superhero. But they talk about it like that, and it just doesn't. Are they? It's that whole thing. Are they still doing Flash? Or are they not? Because we're gonna talk about the Joker origin film that possibly is gonna happen. So I think they might be shifting away from a universe, which could be a good thing because I remember people wanted them to go back to kind of standalone movies.
Like there is that mindset now. Like people say it with Marvel stuff. Like if it's not in the MCU, what's the point?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I used to have that same thing too. If it's not in the universe, what's the point? I still have this around the DC universe. I'm like, well, you built this, and it should be in. It should matter to the universe.
I suppose with the state that their movies are in,
that's what I'm saying. Like this would be probably a smart move to go to because all you're really doing is similar to comics that are doing like a miniseries. You get the two best creators, a great artist and a great writer. Just give them a character. There you go.
Yeah. Just Man of Steel it. Don't build it to be a universe movie. just have it so you could tie it in.
No, that's what the whole thing is. They even mentioned it like months ago that there is like a new label that they're gonna do, where they're gonna do probably more movies that are standalone.
I'm talking about the Flash movie specifically.
Oh yeah, I mean it could be like that, but this could. That's what I'm saying. This movie could be going under that, and I know we're still under the impression it is Flashpoint because they haven't said anything. But this movie could end up going that way of being more standalone and not necessarily being in the universe, and maybe just making a solo Flash movie, and it doesn't have a sequel. I mean, it probably will because blockbusters.
Oh, I was gonna say it's gonna have a franchise.
Yeah, but maybe it won't tie into any universe. Maybe it's just by itself. Like
it'll probably be better off to make it as a standalone, like a Man of Steel, and then you can tie it in later if you want.
Look, I low key, they haven't really done it that great, so I really would not. I mean, I really wouldn't hate the idea of just moving all their films like that they have currently.
Say right now, it's not the worst idea.
Yeah, like I mean, if Shazam just came out and it just was a solo movie and it was like a franchise and it had Black Adam and it didn't need the Justice League, or you could technically still have the Justice League, just it doesn't have to be the same actors or whatever. I mean, just in that
Shazam kind of is tying in because one of the I can't remember the kid's name. I want to say it's Freddy or something. The guy the crutch.
Yeah,
he's wearing a Man of Steel Superman shirt. So you can kind of go, well, it's in, but it's not, because it's that symbol. If you had that symbol, why wouldn't it be in there? Yeah, you can kind of go that route with it, and it's fine.
You can, I mean, they're still like making the movie, so you can honestly go either way with it. I think it's gonna be Aquaman is gonna be next, and that's technically still in the universe. I think so. It's gonna be one of those things where I still think that's gonna be a really good movie because I have trust in James Wan, but that could be the first one where we hear more of, are we doing the universe still, or are we kind of scratching that and just going back to standalone? Because look, people love Batman Begins and Dark Knight, like Rises, but Nolan, great director, and he partnered great writers, and there you go. You made a good like little trilogy. Like you could just do that again with different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it could just be going that route because, like you said, their universe isn't that great, so yeah. I wouldn't would you be surprised if this happened? Like, I know they're doing it already, but would you be surprised if the Flash...
I mean, right now, no, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it's in.
It's true. I wish that, Comic-Con is, 3 months?
It's not that far away.
3-4 months, so we'll probably learn more by then as to what is going to happen with all that, and whether they're going to have two running things where two labels are going concurrently, where one is going to be all standalones and one is still in the universe. I think that was the initial idea, but look, everybody has initial ideas and they don't necessarily stay all the way through.
I mean, they've changed hands over there, so it's all up in the air to what they're going to do.
Yeah. Just, whatever you do, don't blame Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns has done great. Forget all y'all who put in the slander. I will say that this is my Jeff Johns slander watch. Nobody do
Joe,
it.
what are you going to do if Titans suck?
Well...
Because Johns is writing that. What are you going to do?
I guess
hypothetically, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but hypothetically, what would you do?
I guess I'm just going to have to admit that maybe he isn't as great as I thought he was.
No slander apart from this one.
I'll admit, if Titans sucks, I'll admit it. I'd be like... All right, maybe Jeff Johns isn't the holy grail, but as of right now, he still is. So, yeah, that is it for The Flash. Here's hoping we hear something soon, if it's still a Flashpoint or anything like that, because, I think it all matters if it is or it isn't. Because if it isn't, then they're going more standalone for all the rest of the movies. And if it is...
I don't think if it's not a Flashpoint, I don't think it necessarily automatically makes it a standalone movie.
That's what I'm saying. If it isn't a Flashpoint, you're sure?
Yes. No, I'm saying just if it is not a Flashpoint movie, it doesn't automatically make it a standalone out of the universe movie.
That's very true. That's very true. It could just be by itself and still be in the universe. Who knows? I still wish Justice League was a better movie.
I mean, I wish it was a movie.
That's true. That's very true as well. So, going on to next BC News, which is going to be talking more about this whole standalone label thing Warner Bros. Is trying to go on with the Joker origin film. It's said to be portrayed as an 80s comedian, as a failed 80s comedian, the Joker.
Isn't this just the whole killing joke?
Yeah. Look, and this is I think this was the original kind of hey, we're probably going to do more standalone movies. I think this was the OG one. So, going on with the Joker film, real quick. Joaquin Phoenix? That's the Joker?
No. He's already said he has no idea what the hell this film is.
Yeah, so they said that he is close to a deal to play the Joker.
Yeah, but he's come out and said he has no idea what this film is.
Oh, interesting. Did he tweet it out or something?
Yeah. Or there's an article about it a couple of weeks ago, so he's not going to be in this movie.
Well, then why is I don't know? This was today. There is an article by The Wrap, which is The Wrap. Isn't that reliable anymore?
I was going to say it's The Wrap. Come on,
it's not that reliable anymore. So
they're just shooting for the stars and hoping it sticks.
The Wrap don't run rumors, but Mary Jane Watson is Zendaya.
Yeah.
For the Star-Lord's father.
So some of the stuff we still know about this is that Scorsese is producing it.
But is he though? After the whole Joaquin Phoenix thing, is he producing? I don't know what's real with this movie anymore. It's just like it's a name in text. It's a movie in text, and that's it.
Well, Todd Phillips is directing. That's right there.
Is he though?
Yeah.
Is he? Like
Which is weird because I don't know if the guy who did The Hangover should be.
That's a good point, actually. It's a bit of a,
should he be? Like, you shouldn't be asking, is he? You should be asking, should he be?
But then again, should the guy who wrote the Scooby-Doo movies be in charge of Guardians?
It's true.
I could make a case for no. But...
I mean, hey, the guys from Community probably shouldn't have been writing Avengers movies, but hey, they did.
Yeah, that's true.
The guys, there's who else can we say about that? Because there's a lot more.
The guy who made Sucker Punch should definitely have not done anything else.
I mean, he did though. He did Justice League. The guy who did Sucker Punch. I don't know who else, but there's a lot of directors who go with that. So maybe he could prove me wrong because everybody loves the first Hangover. Nobody watches the other ones.
They're guilty.
I never saw 2, and actually no, I saw 2. Didn't like it. Didn't see 3.
I mean, they're the same movie over and over again.
Yeah, really. Like Taken, and then they made a show out of Taken, which I'm surprised they haven't made a show out about The Hangover. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of movies are being adapted to TV shows now, and I'm surprised The Hangover wasn't one of them. It just seems like it'd be a good show.
The Hangover was probably before the time of that.
I'm sure Mike Tyson would be down to do the TV show.
I mean, more than likely. You just have like the Hangover TV show, Mike Tyson.
Sure. All right, so here, like this is in this article. It says right here, this project is expected to be part of the yet to be announced new banner under Warner Bros. DC Films that will expand the comic book canon beyond such familiar extended universe characters. So yada yada. This is like, which I don't know if you necessarily needed a new like Marvel Knights type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you need a new label? You really could have just did a movie.
Well, I suppose to make it step. Everyone knows the DCEU.
Yeah, so call it something else.
Yeah, like names stick. So if you can separate it, then it'd be less confusion.
Look, I'm still saying this movie's gonna happen. I think this movie will happen more so than a lot of other movies. I
will remotely believe this movie's on the cards when they actually announce the label.
I guess one last thing we can mention would be just talking about what other characters could be a part of this label. Like, Joker was the first one they said. I don't know. Like they said it would be different, and I would hope they announce it at Comic-Con.
I don't really know what you could do because most of the things you could suggest would just tie into other things.
Yeah, like New Gods, that would probably tie into the universe because
I'd love a New Gods movie, but I wouldn't want it out of continuity. I'd want it in with everything else.
I mean, would you want it in continuity? You don't like the universe, so it's like
it doesn't matter. I'd want something like that. I suppose you could do the whole idea of make it standalone and you can tie it in later on, do it like a Guardian sort of thing.
Technically, you could make them stand alone and just tie it in later. The whole thing.
Like, you can't do the New Gods without like Darkseid, and so would you want Darkseid on his own without interacting with everything else? No.
I mean, as a DC fan, I would because I just love that like the stories you could tell just like that. I don't think you need Justice League.
I say that it's kind of like actually Thanos Rising. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, like Darkseid. It has some stories that you could do with that, and kind of maybe how he was it as a kid because I know in Thanos, you're probably gonna get some of his origin in that movie because some of the details that came out. So if you had a New God, you could get some Darkseid origin.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to think. Like, I mean, you could really there's a limited amount of characters to do in this kind of label, but would it be worth it? Like,
adapt the current Tom King Mr. Miracle.
That'd be a good one. That would be a good one. Swamp Thing would probably be one people like, right?
Swamp Thing, yeah. You could do Constantine. I suppose most of the Vertigo stuff and
most of anything outside the main.
Sandman.
Sandman, yeah. Sandman. I'm surprised they haven't announced that to me.
Right, because the whole new universe thing is happening in the comics. Yeah, that's surprising. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just because we only know a little bit based off like some interview pieces from executives at Warner Brothers who have mentioned the thing of a new label in articles and reporters talking about this new label. But there's we don't really know too much, and there's not even a confirmation that it'll be told more in Comic-Con. You know what I mean? Like
at the minute, it's more just an idea.
Yeah, which would be a cool idea, I think.
I mean, you could maybe make it cool, like if you do like New Gods and stuff like that. But
if you just go out there.
I don't care. Like, this Joker movie, I don't care about it.
I mean, I'd probably watch it.
I'd watch it if it's on TV for free.
Yeah,
and it's like Sunday afternoon. I would never go.
This just reminds me of when comic companies like Marvel or DC, they have the main books, the universe, and then they just do miniseries. Like they just draw out their miniseries. Like who's getting a miniseries right now? Like Tom, I mean,
Ant-Man and Wasp are getting a miniseries.
Yeah, and Mr. Miracle had a miniseries. Like it's just random ones that you just drop in there. But
Mr. Miracle was in continuity.
Is it? Isn't? I don't know.
No, it's dead confirmed. It's in continuity.
Okay, there it is. Well, you know what I mean. Like, you just give a creator a great character and bam, to see what happens. Which Matt Reeves is still the whole Batman thing. It's probably not gonna happen in 2018. Might happen in 2019.
They're not gonna do a film in a year. No way.
I'll give it a year and a half. That's why I say 2019. Like towards November 2019. It seems like a good date.
I give you mid 2020 for a Batman map.
Really? I would think if anything maybe late 2019.
No hope. They'd have to start now.
And they could technically because the script could be done and they could just be like, hey, we already have the cast. Man, it could be a J.J. Abrams thing, a mystery box thing where they have everything already. We just didn't know.
See, I'd believe that if it wasn't the DCEU, which is under a fucking microscope 24/7.
It really is under a microscope. And
plus, we hear about production and start dates constantly. Yeah. We'd have heard about the Matt Reeves Batman movie kicking off. That's true. We know stuff about the next Cloverfield movie, so that's kind of gone under the whole mystery shooting thing. But...
Yeah. Still waiting on my Static Shock movie.
Nah, and you will carry on waiting on a Static Shock movie.
I'm good. I don't even know if I want a Static Shock movie. A TV show, sure, but I don't know about a movie.
Shove me on Black Lightning.
See, because you got to think about it. Well, movies, you get less time, but more money for effects. So that's why you want bigger characters in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Superman.
But Static is big.
No, not big in terms of popularity, but big in terms of what you could do with them. And him, he's a street level. You don't necessarily.
Spider-Man's a street level.
It's true. But he's one in what? And I think if you're gonna do street level, there's a Batman, he's street level. That's all you really.
Batman street
level. Yeah,
that's just street level. He fights crime. He's a street.
Maybe. I still think with him, don't hold yourself back with him because his powers are out of this world. I think you can do so much in a movie because of the money you have to spend on special effects.
Yeah, but they don't like spending money on special effects. We've seen this 5 times.
All right. Going on to
unless it's for facial hair.
I mean, did they even pay money for that? I didn't.
Going on to the next piece of news: Shazam set photos detail more of the costume. So
now everyone going, oh, it looks like a morph suit. Can you shut up because they have a high resolution picture.
Also, they have video of Shazam saving a bus, I think, and it's snowing, so that's cool.
And he's acting like a little kid.
Yeah. Which is great. I'm so down with that. I think Zachary Levi's going to be able to do that comedy very well. And as being one of the biggest Shazam fans, I just love the little detail of adding a tiger on the little clips that hold.
Same, I like that.
Yeah. And, the symbol of the boat is a little smaller than I thought it would be, but...
they said it was going to be Justice League War, and it is Justice League War.
Yeah, it is Justice League War. I mean, that is super small. On War, it is super small. I wish maybe it was a little bit bigger. But
I'm with you there. I wish it was a tiny bit bigger and it wasn't the yellow. I prefer the whole crackle energy stuff.
Oh, you like the crackle thing? I'm okay with either one.
I just think it's an interesting effect we haven't had on the screen.
It could still maybe crackle. Like you could probably
I mean,
add
it
some
could.
stuff.
It could full well. Like at first, I thought it was like a green screen thing.
Yeah.
But it's actually more yellow. So
Yeah, and
I don't know. I'd hope it does.
Could have some electricity thing going on with this since it is yellow. So
I thought that's part of my only complaint with the suit scene in high res is I wish it had like some dark bits to like break it up a bit.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean because it is kind of.
It's very red.
Yeah.
And yes, the Shazam suit is red, but it's like just let me break some stuff up. And it has that like Superman suit texture, so it's not flat red, but it's just like just break it up a tiny.
I do like the
bit.
Superman suit texture though. I like that on the Superman suit. So looking at it here, it looks good to me. And can we just Zachary Levi's built, dude? This dude.
Is that all him? Movie. Because you can see like a padding underneath.
I feel like it's a lot of him.
I don't know how much padding's in there.
I mean, the thing you hated the most on the Superman suit is out of here, like the abs. Didn't you hate the abs?
But they're also painted on the Superman suit, and then they're stitched on with the Batman suit.
That's what I'm saying. You hated that, so like they're not necessarily here.
I appreciate it doesn't look like he's really fat.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
There are some people talk about like how come we haven't seen the official first photo, especially because you knew leaks were coming once they did on location.
I honestly think they're waiting for Marvel to blink with the Infinity War trailer.
And then because if you do Shazam and then Infinity War happens, you're like, oh well, all our marketing just went under.
No, I honestly think they're expecting it this week, and I'm expecting the trailer Friday or tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense because like I said, like if the photo came out and then Infinity War came out, you're like, oh, the marketing just went downhill because that trailer is going to be huge.
Lose the date completely, so.
But at least you'll win some if you come after the trailer because people will still talk about the trailer, but people love talking about whatever's new.
Yeah.
So the newest thing will always get talked about the most. So it's just kind of like a bleeding contest, and I don't think Marvel can hold out that long because its movie is coming out soon. So I think they need to put a trailer out again too.
Oh yeah, well their usual MO is either this week or it might be next week. Yeah. It's one of the two. It's not going to be any later than that.
I've been seeing a lot of like Twitter detectives saying, "Oh, can we keep that as a thing?" Saying that the trailer is coming like Friday, and I was like, "Hey, if Twitter detectives say it, I'm."
Well, I mean, you should like trailer track's really good at like knowing trailer stuff, and he said or they've said that first week of March usually is their MO. So Friday. 9th of March,
and this is like probably going to be the second to last trailer. There's going to be one more a month out, and then
this will be the final trailer. You'll get spots and clips from now on, definitely.
Oh well, yeah, that's what. And the third, but there's going to be one more that's not going to have any new footage.
It'll be new. The trailer that's coming out is the last one.
I don't want to see it then. I'm not going to see it. Because you know me, I don't like seeing trailers that spoil everything. And let's be honest.
I didn't think you watched second trailers anyway.
There's a second trailer?
Well, this would be the second trailer.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know why I thought this was the.
You're thinking the Super Bowl spot as a trailer.
Yeah, so it's not. Okay, then there's gonna be a third one. There's 3 trailers always. There's always 3 trailers. Yeah, there is. There's usually always trailer 3.
Maybe, but they've changed their marketing up. I guarantee it'll be the last trailer.
Here, what was the last one? Let's check if there's a Black Panther trailer 3. If there's not, then I'll concede. Because usually there is a trailer number 3 that has not as much new stuff. There is a Black Panther official trailer number 3 that came out. When did it come out?
Is that Marvel saying it's trailer number?
It came out a month. Well, okay, let me go to Marvel. Let me go to Marvel. Go to Marvel Entertainment. See. Look at their Black Panther official trailer, Infinity War trailer. I guess I have to go to their YouTube because it doesn't necessarily. It only gives you the first trailer that ever came out. Okay, teaser trailer. Black Panther in 10 days. I'll get back to you.
Because that's what they usually do. Like you don't really get a third trailer. Not that I've noticed anyway, but.
Let's see.
Or not that I count as a trailer. If it's like a minute and a half long, it's not a trailer.
Yeah, it's very also if it's 2 minutes and it says teaser trailer, it's a trailer.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's a full.
They try to lie to you. Guardians 2 had a trailer 3, so there's that. Ultron had a trailer 3. Maybe they did change it up. Let me see.
Because like they've shrunk their marketing to be more concentrated, not spread out.
Okay.
But I mean, I could full well be wrong.
Yeah,
I could very well be a third trailer. Like, I don't know, but
I could
just
be wrong
taking
too.
a stab, like looking at how they're concertina and their marketing up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's no third trailer.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's it. Just the suit looks really great. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're talking about just.
Yeah. It's because I told you Infinity War is leaking to every piece of news because that was the haul from that was so huge. He looks like Shazam. Suit looks great. I'm excited. So, all right, last piece of news: new Avengers and Infinity War details and images. Mitch, you know more about this. Talk about it.
Yes, we have 15 Entertainment Weekly posters or covers. They all interconnect. They make the A. The Thanos is in the middle. Everything's around them. We have got a lot of details. For example, we know the Soul Stone's not in Wakanda. The reason why they're going there is because Vision, as Lego says, Vision has been taken there for safekeeping.
Yeah. So all those conspiracy theories on people saying that the Soul Stone is in Wakanda just went up in flames because.
Yep. Well, I was.
Because he's all no. He's all no.
For the longest time,
here.
It's not Heimdall. It's in Wakanda, and it's like, it's the Wakandan sand. Oh no, it's not. Oh.
Yeah, and also another one was that Bucky's code name changes to White Wolf now.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that was a throwaway line.
That's what I thought.
And it's just like nothing's a throwaway.
Well, that's what I thought because I knew that T'Challa's brother was probably not going to be in the MCU, and that if they did White Wolf, it was going to be a different character, maybe a new villain for Black Panther 2. But no, Bucky's new code name is White Wolf instead of Winter Soldier now.
See, I like that because I always find it strange in the comics that he kept the Winter Soldier name.
I think it just stuck to him because that's what his original code name was. So
but it's like exactly like that was your villain name. Why would you want to keep that name?
I mean, we'll talk to Marvel because sometimes they try to make their villain, their villain code names into anti-hero code names if they can, if it sticks.
True. But it's just like, I think for the context of the MCU, it makes sense that he leaves that behind, and then his arc can go forward now. Well, he's not going to stay. He's going to be Captain America at some point.
Yeah, because with the representation of Bucky waking up in Wakanda, seemingly all of his programming has been wiped. It's a new beginning for.
He looks like Jesus. He's been reborn.
He's like Jesus. Waiting for him to walk on the water. He
stepped out of that Wakandan cave or hut
after 3 days.
The locals call it is a hut.
He's even wearing the same Jesus colors, like the red and the blue.
Can I just say, I don't know if I'm the only one who said it, but that one picture of Thanos with the moon, I thought it was a Hot Toys pic.
Oh, it looks so good though.
But I thought it was a Hot Toys pic.
But here's the thing. It's because what you got to remember is the whole thing's shot in IMAX, so everything is designed for a massive screen.
And that's why.
If you shrink something down to the size of a phone, it's gonna look dodgy.
Okay.
It's gonna look a bit funky.
Okay, thanks for putting away my reservations about it, because it just looked very, I thought it was a Hot Toys thing, so I was like, oh, but I'm so excited for this movie because that looks great.
I know, condensing and compressing is a thing, so.
Yeah. But even me saying that, is that a testament to just how good those photographers are for Hot Toys and how great looking those things are, or just, it could be, it's the whole thumbnails and fan art type of thing.
I think it's more towards the sculptors and artists.
Yeah, we've been saying it for the longest time about fan art and the people who officially make posters at movie studios. Is it that those people are going down, or that the regular people who make the fan art are going up? I think it's that part.
It's the fan art's going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this is a similar thing where the sculptures or the people who do it are really getting even better than ever.
It's like, you look at the EW covers and half the photoshopping is horrendous. Yeah. T'Challa's head is twice the size of his body. Same with Cap. And it's like, what is going on? It's like, why?
Interns got to eat too.
Give them normal heads. I don't half-ass it.
there's somebody out there who's gonna get all those covers. That's a really cool, like, if you put them all together and like.
I wouldn't put it past it. People do that on occasion. And
See,
like,
I had this conversation earlier. Wait for the Texas version and get it printed yourself.
Oh, that's very true. That is
I spend like 70 odd quid on these stupid covers, and you can just print it for like 20 quid.
I mean, that's what they're originally for anyway, for people to collect them for collectability's sake, if there is any.
Yeah.
But also, we have had another theory debunked from the CW article. He's not on Xandar, that wrecked place in the trailer. That is in fact Titan.
Oh, that's Titan.
We're gonna be getting something with his origin.
Have you heard Feige on why he's getting the stones?
I've read it. It sounds very Jor-El to me, and I don't believe it.
What do you mean, very Jor-El?
It's literally Jor-El. Oh, so I tried to stop something happening to my planet. It happened. I'm mad.
And I have to make sure it doesn't happen again. Yeah.
Yeah. It just sounds like Jor-El to me, and it's like I don't think they're telling us the full story here.
I mean, probably not, because they don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not taking it at face value. I think they are being like.
But I thought that was. I mean, even at face value, I thought, Thanos is like a low-key hero. You know, that's the best part, isn't it?
I think what they're doing is they're staying it from his perspective. They're not showing us our perspective, like the Avengers perspective. Yeah. It's like, he thinks he's doing this and he's doing that, and it's like, no, you're killing half the universe. And they've kind of set that moment up in what Feige said. It's like, there's too much life, and like, there's all this and there's all that. It's going down the tube, so it's going to have that little moment, and everything's going to die. But that's my idea.
Everything's going to die. I mean, you're probably right on that. But there is what Feige did say at one point. Avengers are going to be playing, like, even us, like, we're going to be watching the Avengers. They're going to be playing catch up the whole time, which seems to me that we're going to get a lot more Thanos than I expected, which I'm so excited for.
They have said that that Thanos is the main character of this movie.
That's awesome.
I think that's why it's too, like, they don't want to wreck this build up. So the first movie is more Thanos, and we learn about him. The second movie is going to be where everything happens.
I can't wait that long. I need them to be right now.
Well,
they're a year apart, right?
Yeah.
Too long.
I mean, move it up to 6 months.
That'd be great.
Like, let's go. Here you go.
This November? That'd be great.
They got nothing coming out in that back half but Rip Aquaman, if that happens.
It's very true. Which, I'd watch both, but that's me.
Well, another thing that we get to see a better close-up shot is Tony Stark's new bleeding edge armor.
It's a cross. It's something between like the bleeding edge, the prime.
Yeah.
It's an amalgamation of a ton of different armors. But...
Yeah, that's what I saw. Cause I was like, it doesn't look like the bleeding edge.
Yeah. Or if you're some people, he's just Blue Beetle.
I didn't want to make that
it
joke.
Can be just paint him blue.
That would have been too much me being a homer, but yeah, I mean, the Photoshop looks weird, but I'm sure the suit in the movie is gonna look great.
It's a very different image to get used to, though. Like, I'm not used to seeing him with like pointy things sticking out his back and arms.
I agree.
I guess like overextended arm cannons and thrusters, I guess.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying he's going to lose an arm. That's why he's got the cannon. No, clearly, it's just going to materialize at the rest of his suit.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Oh, I can't wait for this movie.
No, it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be like, to be honest. But...
Me either. But you know what I like looking at the covers at least was the different pairings, and of course we've seen like
there's some really strange pairings.
Yeah, like really Vision strange. And Shuri, right? That's her.
There's Vision, there's Shuri, there's Nebula, and Wanda's an interesting one, but then there's Star-Lord and Okoye. That's the weirdest one to me.
You know what? Like, though, I call BS on the fact that, like, yeah, they're gonna bring Black Panther characters, but are they? They're not bringing M'Baku, right? Like, man.
No, they are. He was in the trailer.
He is. He was. I didn't see him. I did not.
You know where like.
Look, man, I didn't see the Super Bowl spot, so like, yeah.
It's not the Super Bowl spot. It was the original one.
Wow. When
T'Challa has like his arms crossed, he does a little claw pop, and there's that everyone behind him. He's on the left-hand side of the image.
Yeah, all right, I'm back in. I'm back in on this movie. This is how good I am at forgetting trailers because this is like a skill because every time I see one, I always like on purpose, intentionally try to forget it because I want to be
I'd
surprised.
like to point out that Joe complains about people not having good memories constantly, yet to this it's a skill.
Yeah, to
Like
to forget
bullshit on this.
trailers.
This is bullcrap.
Like man, I'm sure I'm gonna see this new trailer because we're gonna do a big breakdown about it whenever it comes out. And trust me, breakdowns are coming back in the terms of like 20-30 minutes. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get super into a trailer when it comes out. But I just feel like there's gonna be so much spoilers in it.
I don't think there is.
You said, didn't the Russo brothers said they filmed fake scenes? Which I hate that they came out and said it.
Spoilers, everything with Hawkeye and its fate.
I wish
Let's be honest.
I hate that they came out and said it. Why couldn't you? Should have just held back.
I don't, because that worked. You know, you shouldn't hate that. It worked wonders for you because you don't know what's real or what's not anymore.
It's true. I guess so.
So you could watch the trailer and be like, "Oh, is that a fake scene? Is that a real scene?" Ooh.
To be fair, I might just forget it.
I mean, there is that. You'll forget they said it's a fake trailer.
I don't know. I just kind of like the fact that they had it as a mystery, and Rogue One did it, Ragnarok did it. To be fair, I did complain a little bit because I remember those specific. I remember the parts that were fake and not the parts that were real.
Rogue One did.
Remember Rogue One at the very end, where like she was limping away, and then there was a ship
that wasn't that. That was because of reshoots. That wasn't intentional.
Oh, okay, is that where? Okay, it's more of just they didn't just reshoot; they actually filmed fake scenes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting. It's an interesting note. I don't know. I'm still weirded about that they came out and said it, but I mean, now it's probably good.
I mean, it stops Tom Holland from flapping his gums, doesn't it? Really?
That's very true. So they also have, like, in this cover, they have, what is that, Rhodey and
Rhodey looks the best he's ever looked. That War Machine armor is huge.
I agree. It looks great.
You look so cool.
Who else?
Still not a fan of the Panther suit. I prefer the Civil War one. It
but Rhodey didn't get the healing powers from the vibranium he was wearing.
See, that's bull crap. You know, you fought alongside. Give him a bead.
Yeah, because that's what I saw. I looked down and it was like he was still wearing Tony's crutches.
That might be. I mean, but isn't he like actually, or is it just in the suit? The suit helps him like move without.
Well, no, he has those like artificial legs from the end of Civil War.
Okay.
And he still has them here.
That's just so weird that they don't help him. They helped Ross.
Yeah. So no, give him a senzu bead.
Is that like a plot hole? Not plot hole. What am I trying to do? Like, it's just.
I don't think it's not necessarily. It's not a plot hole.
Yeah,
it doesn't really attain to the plot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a plot hole, but it's something like.
It's like Spider-Man has a parachute, but Rhodey didn't.
Yeah. It's one of those things where different writers are just writing different things, right? Like each writer has a different plan. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but this is awesome. I think,
though I don't know how a parachute would help with Rhodey with the armor.
I'd say that the weight of it wouldn't have
I'm sure Tony would have made like a specific one for that. Like I'm sure he's a science. He could have made that.
I guarantee you, there's one in there now.
I'm pretty sure there's one in his. I'm pretty sure there's one in the Iron Man suit, but he just forgot about Rhodey.
Yeah. I keep the best stuff for myself, including health and safety.
Exactly.
There was a call for Rhodey saying, "Did he get the update?"
Oh, he just missed it. He was on his way to the airport. That's why he missed it. He left his phone at home.
He couldn't get the data, the roaming charges in Germany.
Exactly.
Screwed everything up.
So wait, okay. So look at some of these pictures that are like on set, like in the movie. You do see. I think is that Wanda. I think that's Banner and Shuri. There's one. Yeah. So
Shuri's in the orange, isn't she?
Yeah. It's interesting because I didn't. I thought she was gonna be in certain parts of the film, but I didn't think she'd be able to meet all these different characters. I thought that was gonna be same chest of Black Panther.
Like the latter half of this movie is just gonna be Wakanda,
which is basically just like, hey, we're putting all our characters together. It's kind of
It's literally the case of we need a Lord of the Rings field. Where's the best place to have it? Wakanda.
Yeah, but at the same time, this part is like a part that I love in every team up, kind of like in Game of Thrones where they're all together to show the White Walker and stuff like that. And it's just one of those things you love when these characters that you love in different sections. It's like different kids, you know what I mean? You love when they just get to hang out and that more. Because sometimes they always got to go their separate ways and stuff like that. But now, like, these characters are going to be able to stay together in one thing. And then some of them might die.
Also, spoilers. It has been confirmed via toys that it is Banner and the Hulk is going to break out the Hulkbuster armor.
That's awesome.
So it would have been nice to have seen that. But
Hey, if y'all need a way to forget, like, you know, I could pull out my little secret Men in Black technique. I got y'all.
talk to Shuri. She'll do it for you.
Um,
I'm sure Letitia Wright would be happy to help. No.
all right, let's. What else is there to talk about all this stuff? Because there was a lot of stuff, and we mentioned a lot of it. But I'm trying to see if we missed anything. You know, like all this stuff is cool. Everything they said of, there's just so much details, and I'm excited for the movie.
Well, what I find it like, if you want to just jump back to, I think it was last week when the Prelude comic came out,
Yeah,
and they said that they said the Soul Stone was the most dangerous one.
Ooh.
Which I don't know what that means. People going, "Oh, it could be for this, it could be for that." It's like, that's not really that dangerous.
Yeah.
To me, it puts the whole Heimdall thing to rest. Like, sure, seeing everyone is dangerous. I don't think that's more dangerous than the other stone.
Wasn't there, or was that fan art of? I saw posters that had the Infinity Stones, and it had like a word on each of one of them, and then or no, the characters were inside the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, that was promo art.
That was leaked promo art, right?
Yeah. Which, interestingly enough, had Iron Man for
And
the Soul Stone.
yeah.
And it's like,
Which he might die.
People went ballistic and they're like, "Oh my God, Howard Stark made him from the Soul Stone." It's
Oh,
like, stop right there.
I saw that theory when they said like Howard Stark, you're my greatest creation. Oh, that means he wasn't. Oh my God.
I mean, they probably took that from the Ultimate Universe where I think one of the stones was in Tony's head.
That's my thinking, because I don't know where I pulled it out from. My whole idea is it's going to be like a Philosopher's Stone from Fullmetal Alchemist, where you have to murder a bunch of people for it to appear. Which it ties into the finger snap moment, which they've kind of implied is going to happen in the little thing Feige said. So, that would make it dangerous as shit. So
that is very true. That is very true.
But that's just my wild thing is going to appear in Tony. I don't know, but it's something.
I just know this whole like I remember one of my biggest problems was with this MCU thing was just the fact that Thanos was supposed to be the main villain, yet we haven't seen any of him. And he doesn't even have any of the stones, and he's gonna probably the first half of the movie is gonna be all about that, right?
I think the majority of the movie is gonna be about that. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of the Avengers in it.
Which I'm okay with.
I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, didn't we say character. We wanted a Thanos solo film at least to get this whole thing? Yeah. But this is good, and it's good enough, I would say.
Plus, if the Avengers are playing catch up, have it from his perspective. It'll make it even more dire for them. Because we're only going to be seeing snippets of it. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else have we missed because I feel like we've gone over.
I think we've gone over most of it, to be honest.
Just some of these pictures, of course, with Peter on the side of a bus. Like people hate that picture because it looks awkward.
I'll say we've seen that before.
Yeah,
but he had the strings attached, and it still looks just as strange. But it's still an image. I'm not seeing the full thing.
Yeah. So. There's one where Rhodey, Black Widow.
I saw the cosplay community was getting mad because the Iron Spider suit was completely CG.
Oh my god!
I mean, of course, it's going to be completely CG.
Because that's what I saw. Was great. Have fun replicating that when we saw the whole suit CG.
But like when you see the Entertainment Weekly cover, it's a lot more layered than what it is, what we've seen of it recently. Anyway, so. I still don't get how the arms are going to work because we know they're going to happen and they're going to appear. He's got.
Oh, I was going to ask: are you surprised we haven't necessarily seen, and will we see the children in?
What, the Black Order?
Yeah, in the next trailer.
I think they have to show them at some point
because see how good they look.
The guy who did the mocap for Ebony Maw had said he's got his own motivation, so it's going to be. They're obviously going to be developing those characters throughout the movie as well. But did you see speaking of them, the rumored voice actor list?
No, what happened?
I think it was Proxima Midnight's Whoopi Goldberg. Corvus Glaive was Mark Hamill, and I can't remember the other two.
That'd be amazing.
I'm just like, can we not?
No, Mark Hamill at least. That would be amazing.
See, I want Hamill with something else. Like Hamill deserves something else, not a voice actor role.
It's true.
Because people will be like, it's just a Joker.
No, I'm curious as to when they're going to show him because we know we've seen like the staff. when he's
Well,
taking.
we've seen a shot of Proxima
Yeah,
because she throws the spear at Cap, but
yeah,
and I suppose we've seen Corvus Glaive's feet twice and the spear.
yeah.
I'd imagine the trailer's gonna focus more on Thanos and the Black Order, to be honest.
Which, if they make it like, they say it's gonna be a heist thing. If they make the trailer a heist kind of thing with Thanos and the Black Order, like our mission, get the stones. That would be.
But then again,
that.
Could they do the whole thing of let's just show the Avengers clips
and never
to
show
not
Thanos.
not spoil anything of like the Black Order and Thanos?
Because
then you go see the movie and it's all Thanos.
It definitely feels like like if the movie's gonna be Thanos and we've seen nothing but the Avengers, they're saving a lot because we've seen a lot of the same thing. Isn't like that's what some people have been saying, that we've seen a lot of the same thing?
Well, if you go back, I think it really started with Ragnarok. Everything they show is the same thing. Every trailer has the exact same footage, it's just in a different order.
And they know it works.
Yeah, you'll get like some extended scenes and maybe the other end of a scene, but it will never be anything drastically new. It's more like, oh, that's how that bit plays out, and then that's it. And it did the same for Black Panther, and the Super Bowl spot was literally just the trailer in half and quicker.
And they know it works. They got us hooked. They got us hooked. Which is not necessarily a bad thing because I'm hooked on this movie ever since the idea of Thanos being the main villain in it, like 10 years ago.
I mean, when you're spending like 500 million for a movie for the Avengers, so like $1 billion in total for these two, cutting down your marketing, not a bad idea.
And even then, like, we do the marketing by ourselves. We just hype it up our own selves. They don't even need to hype it up for us. They show us one thing, we hype it up.
No, perfect. Everyone knows about the Marvel movies and when they're coming out and who's going to be in it and what's going to happen. So.
Like even the 10 years thing is marketing in itself, saying that this is the culmination. It's like, oh, so perfect. Excited. I'm just really sad for people who are not able to experience this because they have to stand on their island. That it's not good.
I mean, that's fine with them. I'm perfectly fine.
I'm sad that they're not able to accept this.
As long as they don't come at me, they will catch hands if they do.
Mitch is not afraid to add somebody on Twitter.
I am not.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Right, Tristan?
Too right. But I tell you what, actually, like, they have kind of answered the whole question of what are the Defenders and everyone else going to do.
Yeah.
Because we've seen a little clip of, like, it was last year at San Diego Comic-Con, I think, and then if you look at the trailer and the Super Bowl spot, they're on Titan. That's where like Thanos knocks Iron Man out and he chokes Slam Spider-Man. So if he takes the Avengers off Earth, you don't need the Defenders or the Runaways or Cloak and Dagger or Shield.
I'm sure even then their characters are kind of like still a couple years before Thanos, even like in terms of the story and when it takes place. I'm sure there's like,
I don't know.
It's one of those weird things where it's not even being mentioned of like when Runaways takes place because it's real. It's
that standalone.
And Cloak and Dagger is probably gonna be the same way. The Netflix shows are the only ones that people still have hope that could appear in the movies just because of like the initial stuff of like the attack and the incident. I mean, so But I still, I mean, I don't think you need them, but at the same time, it's one of those comic things. Everybody would like them.
Like, what's Daredevil going to do on Titan?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's just one of those comic things that people want them to make them feel like they matter, and they matter because you watch all the shows in their own little universe. Like they matter to you. Doesn't mean they matter any less just because they're not in the Infinity War movie.
True.
Yeah. So, I think that's gonna be it. Really, we went down everything from this. I would think so.
I was gonna say any bit of news that's come out in like the last month we've done with this movie.
Yeah, so. Which I don't think I could get any more excited for this. I'm trying to level it though, because I want to say, like similar to Black Panther, I want to save my hype a little bit. But at the same time, I would have loved to experience the Black Panther hype like 2 months out. So it's a weird thing where you don't want to hype yourself up too much because you don't want to waste that energy. But at the same time, you want to be a part of that fandom of everything taking place. So.
Yeah. See, I'm fine on this movie because that first trailer didn't show me what I wanted to see.
Yeah, you're the only one.
My hype hasn't got to that peak, so I'm nice and chilled. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't got any expectations for it. Yeah. I'm just going in completely naked and open minded.
I think every time I see something related to Thanos, I get hype. Like that's my like.
I pop a little chub every now and then.
Yeah.
Full chub up.
I think it's because they can't get a true dark side, so I'm like, this is the closest thing. So, anything else you wanted to mention before we leave? All the links are right there in the video or descriptions and stuff like that. We mentioned it. To Google us. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this week. So, until next time.